Hey babes, welcome back to my channel. So if you follow me on any of my social medias, then you would know that I have had the baby. And it's almost been about 2 weeks, so I'm finally going to introduce. He's currently eating, so we'll introduce him later. So this will be our Meet Baby Titan and our labor and delivery story. So I'm going to try to go off the top of my memory as best as I can, and then I have to get my phone. So anyway, if you guys remember in my pregnancy updates, like 36 weeks, I believe, they were talking about inducing me. I didn't want to be induced because I've heard like the horror stories of Pitocin and, Pitocin might not work and then you have to go and get a C-section. And those are like, I don't want to do that. I had two, natural pregnancies, meaning vaginal, no epidural, no anything. So that's what I wanted to do with Titan. So anyway, I believe, early on in December, me and my mom went walking. I had some light contractions, but nothing came of it. And then my best friend Erin came down and we went walking. And I also had some light contractions and some bleeding, but it was just my mucus plug and nothing came of it. So I had went for my last doctor's appointment, which was 38 weeks, and they scheduled my induction for December 19th at 6:30 p.m. December 18th was my last day of working, and I had I was experiencing some light contractions, but they weren't back to back. They weren't enough to go to the hospital or anything. Went to sleep around midnight. I had woke up to refill Deuce's bottle, and my contractions were 45 minutes apart, and I could sleep in between them because they weren't strong contractions. So I went back to sleep, and at 5:30, which is 30 to 45 minutes before I actually get up to get tea ready for school, they had got to 10 minutes, and I was like, crap, I should wake my mom up. So I woke my mom up, and they were getting closer and closer. And when we got to the hospital, of course, they stopped. So this is Tuesday, December 19th. Seeing as how I was scheduled to come back in that night at 6:30, they decided to keep me and start me on Pitocin to get things moving because I was just holding at 3 centimeters, dilated, 80% effaced. So we got to the hospital at 8:30. They started me on Pitocin at 2:20. And, they started me whatever the lowest one is. So I think the lowest one is 1. And she told me she would come back every 30 minutes to up my Pitocin. So it went from 1, 3, 5, 7. I was okay with 1 and 3. When she upped me up to 5, it got a little bit more serious. She upped me up to 7, and I was like, I think I want the epidural. So she had came in and checked me, and I was at 5 centimeters. By this time, 8:30 to 3 o'clock, I'm already exhausted with the contractions. I can't eat anything. I'm thirsty. These ice chips aren't working. And I'm like, I don't think I'm going to make it. And my mom had went downstairs to go get something to eat. And that's when I was asking for the epidural or whatever. And she came in and checked me. She had literally just checked me 30 minutes ago. So she was coming back in to up my Pitocin. So she came in and checked me, and I was at 9.5. And she was like, okay, we can start to push. I was not ready to push. I'm never ready to push, actually. I literally act a complete ass. So I was not ready to push, and she told me I could not sit up. I did not want to lay back. And pushing was horrible. I pushed maybe 4 to 6 times. I don't know. I'm not counting. I'm trying to get the baby out of me. Anyway, he came out at 427, 6 pounds, 11 ounces, 20 inches long. And yeah, that's my labor and delivery story. It was very traumatic. It was the hardest labor that I've ever had because, I don't know, Deuce was 1 push, simple, but he took the longest. His was 12 hours. Taryn was maybe 6 pushes. That was my first. but hers was the quickest. And he was just like the worst. It was, I don't know. I don't even know how to explain it, but it was horrible. But the thing is, like, once you push your baby out, you, like, come back. You're like, oh, that was simple. I should stop cussing. But anyway, here is Mr. Titan. Mr. Titan Page. Uh-oh. Okay. He's not a fan, guys. But yeah. So his birthday is December 19th. My birthday is December 23rd. He was my early Christmas and birthday present. It was awesome. I will insert some clips. I don't know how much I'm gonna enter because I'm trying to tell you guys I was acting crazy. But yeah, that's it. If you guys have any questions, you can put them in the comment box below. And I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye.
Again. And push. Hard. Go. That's it. Keep going. More. Yes. That's it. Push. Yes. Good job. That's the way. One more. This is it. You're having it. I know. Yeah, that was hard at the end, wasn't it? Yeah, I hear you. You want to yell louder and make sure they can hear you?
Oh my God! Okay. Oh my God, he looks like Terry. My leg!
We're going to get him over to the...
Is he okay? Is he okay? Somebody talk to me. Everybody's so ugly.
Who wants to have this? 10 seconds. Cut right there. In between. Cut.
Why isn't he talking?
We're going to take him over.